Today we've got a special delivery. Let's get chucking. It's a beautiful day in the wood yard. It's sunny, it's pretty warm out, and there's no snow, so I like that. It's a time of year when normally we would have snow and we still don't have any, so hopefully that keeps up because snow is the enemy. We don't want it. Well, today we have a special delivery. And what I mean by special is it's not normal. I've got a guy that I deliver wood to every year, and every year he's bought something different. He's bought oak, he's bought hard maple, he's bought cherry, he's bought hickory, and what I mean by that is he's bought those individually 1/3 of a cord at a time each year. And one year he bought 2 loads because he bought one earlier and one later. He told me he's just about out of wood and he needs a little bit more than just 1/3 of a cord or face cord. He says, can you deliver me $200 worth? Now, yes, I can, but that's kind of a hard number to kind of figure out. My 1/3 of a cord or face cords of mixed hardwood are $120. My oak is $120. My hard maple, $120. My white oak, red oak, $120. Locust, $120. That's what I charge for it. Now my cherry and my hickory, I used to charge $130 for 1/3 of a cord. I'm now charging $140 because it sells so fast and I run out, so I might as well raise the price a little bit. Everybody else that I know that I talk to in my area especially, they're selling it for $150, so I probably should just do that actually. And he wants $200 worth, so he wants half cherry and half oak, and he wants some bigger pieces, so I got to figure out how much to put in. So I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put in half of a full cord, which if I take half of a face cord or 1/3 of a cord of cherry, that would be $70 worth, and then half of a 1/3 of a cord would be 1/6 of a cord of oak, which would be $60, so that would give us $130, and then I'm going to throw in a bunch more. So I'm going to end up with probably in the trailer, if I was to fill this full, it would be like $240, $250 worth. So I'm probably not going to crust it. What I'm going to do is just get it so it's kind of level in here, and that's probably going to be like $200 worth, as close as I can get. Throw a little bit extra in. He said, just give me a good amount and give me some good wood. So if he's going to be happy, I'm going to be happy, but it's kind of hard to measure an odd amount like that. But he already has the money. He texted me this morning, so I got the money taped to the inside of the garage door opener. So all I got to do is grab it and go because he's not going to be there. And so we'll see what happens. I'm going to start chucking some wood right now and we'll try to come up with the right amount. And what I want to ask you guys is, have you ever had anybody that just says, hey, give me $300 worth, give me $400 worth, give me $100 worth? And if you do that, do you say no, it's got to be this much because you sell by the 1/3 of a cord or by a half a cord or a full cord? You just won't do it, or you just figure it out? Let me know what you've done, because I've done this a couple times in the past for people that just say, hey, I got $150, bring me that much wood. So I try to get, the right amount in for like 1/3 of a cord, and then just throw a bunch of extra in and try to come up with the right amount. And I guess, it comes down to that if the person you're selling wood to is happy with the amount you give them, and you're happy with the amount of money they give you for the amount of wood, and everybody's happy, I guess the government can stay out of telling us how much we have to sell. It doesn't have to be 1/3 of a cord or a half cord or full cord. If 2 guys agree and everyone's happy, that's all that really matters. So let's chuck some wood. Well, there we go. I got a bunch of wood in. I'm sure it's more than $200 worth because I actually got a little crust to it. If I threw in another 4 or 5 armfuls, it would be $240. It would actually be 2 face cords, 2/3 of a cord, which is $240. So I know I got more than enough in there, which I'm happy with. I didn't have to stack it. So all I got to do now is go do the dump, collect the money, and then I got this load delivered. So again, like I said, let me know, how do you come up with calculating odd amounts or odd dollar amounts? It's actually kind of hard because I know how much my trailers hold as far as 1/3 of a cord or 2/3 of a cord, or in my big trailer, a full cord or a full cord and 1/3 or a full cord and 2/3. I know how much to put in, and I know this is close to what would be 2/3 of a cord which would be $240. Plus I charge more for the cherry. So I know he's getting a bunch of good wood. I did try to pick out a bunch of the bigger chunks because he said he wanted some big chunks of oak. I tried to pick out some of the bigger chunks of cherry too and throw them in. You probably saw that. And yeah, so I had to kind of scour across the pile going back and forth. It wasn't like I could just stand there and chuck. So it actually took me longer to load this too. So not ideal at all by any means, but he'll get some wood. He'll be happy. He'll order again. So down the road we go. What happened here is they've got a bunch of cars in the way and I had to come way over to the side and it's all wore down here, so my tires were down in this rut. And what happened is my trailer mount for the ramps was being dragged all the way across here and I couldn't get it at maximum height. And what happened was that the wood didn't want to come out, so I had to lower it down, pull ahead, get on there and chuck some stuff out. So it's always something. That's all I got for today, folks. See you tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. with another video. Good night, everybody.